everyone, I'm gonna talk about Egyptian mythology. I'm gonna start with mummies. So this is called a mummy in Egypt. When someone is dead, they wash it with salt, and there's a river between Egypt that's called the Nile River, and is the largest river in the whole wide world. And what they do is they wash it with salt in the Nile River. They take the heart out, put spices on it, because also there's a silly thing in Egypt when they did mummifying, when they were mummifying a mummy. So they thought the heart was the brain. So they thought that was not that much important, so they just put spices on it and put it back in the body, and then they had a kind of stick thing, and they juggle it around their nose, and they pull out some
Intestines.
And the most important, organs, and then also one important thing of the body they didn't use, I think, was the intestines and the stomach, and also I think the heart or the brain. I don't know which one, or maybe it's a different one. So, and then they just use a wrapping thing a paper to wrap around the mummy, and they do the face. And then if they put a tomb or sarcophagus. Sarcophaguses and tomb are kind of the same, but tombs maybe be different than sarcophaguses. They put the tomb right about in the neck, and then they put a mask on the face. That's called the death mask. And this is where the mummy goes. This is the tomb, but this is actually a sarcophagus, not a tomb, but you can call it a tomb. But there's something that you have to know. See this inside? The mummy goes right here, and they just close it. And then this is King Tut. I can show you a picture over here. I couldn't finish coloring it. And also, if people are really rich, they will go in a small sarcophagus. The dead people will go in the small sarcophagus. But if they're a little bit more rich than a poor person, then they would go in a little bigger sarcophagus. If the person is really rich, then it will go in an even bigger sarcophagus. But if the person is super rich, then he would go in a even bigger sarcophagus. But if the person is he has a lot of money, even more than super rich, he would go. The mummy would go in a tomb. And this is the same thing. So the mummy actually goes inside, but it won't fit though. And so this is actually the death mask. And this is Bastet, the god of happiness and joy. and I did this craft. So what I did is I actually took a piece of toilet paper, but then it didn't have any paper on it, not even a single piece. And then what I did is I just like pushed the other sides together, and then it made ears, and then I put some googly eyes here. But first I put some paint in it, and then I put googly eyes. Then I put some tape, made it something like this, and I put the whiskers on top of it. Then I made like the necklace here, but it's kind of on the bottom, but that's okay. And then the tail is right here. You just do the same thing as the whiskers, but these are like, I think they're called pipes, but I don't know what comes first in the word. And they're like, I don't know what to call them, but they are some kind of pipes. And so what we did for this one is we just we cut the pipe into halves, into two pieces, and we just like, I forgot what we actually did, but we just twisted in the middle, and it came, and I think we took the half of the pipes and put them and twist them together, and we cut another pipe, and we made the tail. So the pipe was like this. Then we can just curve it and make like a little thing here.
Okay.
And you just stick it onto the tape. That's how you make basket. And you just can like make lines, and you can make some patterns or design, like patterns and designs in it. This is Sobek, the god of the Nile River. That's what we talked about at the Mummies, right? And if you wanted to know how I made this, it's actually, the mouth can open, and you just take a paper plate and then fill it up green, paint the whole thing green, and then take another paper plate, fold it in half, and glue the whole half onto half of the other paper plate that you painted all green, and then you open the mouth, put some slippery paint that maybe can help the glue stick on, or it can like help with the mouth. And you just have a white piece of paper, and then cut some different size of teeth, and then you glue the tongue over you put the tongue on the bottom, and you glue it on top of some teeth in the middle, and then you can just do some designs, and you can put googly eyes here. And then these are, and also a fun fact. To honor Sobek, in Egypt they have crocodiles as pets. This is Eye of Horus. Horus is the god of victory and the skies. This is an amulet where it's like a necklace where you can just wear it on here. I made another one. This is the symbol of life, and there's also a flower of life. And this is a picture of King Tut with the death mask. And this is Anubis, who created the mummify cycle. So Anubis created a cycle that went on and on. The cycle was so if they weighed the human's heart on a feather. So if the heart is lighter than the feather, that means they have a good mind, and it's like not really so heavy. They will just do the same mummifying process and put them in a tomb or sarcophagus. But if the heart is heavier than the feather, that means it's really heavy, the heart. Then Bastet, with her flames, she will destroy the person. And this is Anubis that I colored. And that's what Egypt mythology is all about.